Hi all. It's good to be back. Last week was hectic and I wasn't able to upload as much as I wanted, but we did surpass the 3,000 subscriber mark. Thank you to everyone who has supported this channel, and in celebration, I plan on answering some of the private and public messages sent to me in my recent video titled Answering a Private Message and a Quick Update. I'll leave a link in the description box below in case anyone wants to fit a few more in before tomorrow. I'll try to include any last-second questions, but no promises. During that video, I mentioned thinking about doing a Q&A series where I ask atheist/skeptic YouTubers, as well as some theistic channels if any are interested, a series of questions. I have with me today Genetically Modified Skeptic, who graciously agreed to answer a few of my questions.
Hi Godless, thanks for having me on. I'll try to answer your questions the best that I can.
Thanks, GM, and let's just jump right in with our first question. As an atheist, do you believe that anti-theism is the moral and/or ethical stance? Why or why not?
I think that depends on how anti-theism affects a person's actions. It's the practice that's important, not necessarily the stance alone. So if anti-theism drives someone to oppress another person's freedom of speech or freedom of religion, then it's an unethical stance. But I think that the majority of anti-theists are very pro-free speech, very pro-freedom of religion, and so in the way that it's applied by the majority, it's an ethical stance. The way that I've seen anti-theism applied most often is the opposition of dogma through debate and education. And really, what's more ethical than helping people discover the truth through honest analysis of evidence and promoting access to educational resources? I think that's especially ethical considering the amount of corruption and manipulation that's been evidenced in religious institutions all over the world. I actually made a video about what you have to lose by being a religious person, and I think it demonstrates that religion is really a damaging force in the world. So to me, trying to undo that force is not only ethical, but noble.
Do you think religion or far-right left politics pose a greater danger to free democratic societies?
That's a tricky one because I'm not totally convinced that those are two different things. Both religion and extremist political ideologies are based on dogmatic and irrational thinking. Yeah, most political ideas don't have a supernatural component, but I think that when they're adopted, they're ingrained into a person's identity just as deeply as religious beliefs tend to be. I mean, just argue with a climate change denier on the right or a radical feminist on the left, and you'll see just how religiously a lot of people hold their political ideas. However, it seems that in certain places in the world, it's become more widely culturally unacceptable to try to force the practices of your religious beliefs on others. Meanwhile, I think that's on the rise here in the US when it comes to extreme political ideas. So in certain places at this point in time, irrational thinking that just happens to manifest itself as political extremism may be more of a threat. But in the end, both religion and political extremism are just a symptom of the same sort of irrational dogmatic thinking.
Do you think religion can ever be replaced by secular institutions and philosophies? Why or why not?
Well, it seems that largely that's already happened in places like Northern Europe. Religion attempts to meet needs of community, of fulfillment, hopefulness, and ethics. And if you look at statistics of reported happiness, of crime and suicide rates, then it's pretty easy to see that people in less religious countries have those needs met more of the time. As to whether or not religion will be entirely replaced by secular institutions and philosophies, I have to say I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but I don't know if it will actually happen. But still, that's the future that I'm fighting for.
What motivated you to start a YouTube channel, and what are your future goals?
When I first became an atheist, I had no one to talk to about what I was thinking, and I didn't really know anyone who wasn't a Christian. So the only people that I could find that shared any of my thoughts were on YouTube. So I guess Hemant Mehta, Dark Matter 2525, and Seth Andrews were really my support group for a while. I want my channel to be one that new apostates might find and realize they're not alone and they're not crazy. Another is that I'm the only member of my immediate family that isn't a Christian fundamentalist or a part of an alternative medicine-based pyramid scheme. That was the realization that really made me want to get my voice out there. I want to be a voice of reason that hopefully undoes some of the damage that's being done to the culture around me. Lastly, I'm just really into a lot of atheist channels on YouTube, and making my own videos allows me to interact with them in a really unique way. Hemant Mehta actually recently blogged about one of my videos, and that never would have happened if I wouldn't have started this channel in the first place. Also, I'm in a video with someone that I'm a fan of right now. As far as goals go, my number one is always to encourage skepticism and critical thinking among those who come across my videos. In the future, I would like to make some videos with experts in various fields of science, maybe some collaborations with other skeptic YouTubers, and maybe even do a little bit of public speaking. Regardless of whether or not I'm able to do any of those things, it's still been worth it because it's been a really good time so far. Thank you, Godless, for allowing me to contribute to this video. I hope that your community enjoyed it. Until next time, everyone, stay skeptical.
And thank you for joining me today. If you haven't seen Genetically Modified Skeptic's channel, I wholeheartedly endorse it. I think he has a lot of great content worth checking out. The link to his channel will be in the description box if you enjoyed what you saw here today. Also, please let me know in the comment section whether you'd like to see more videos like this one. I'm always open to suggestions and like to hear your thoughts. That's it for this video. Take care and cheers.